With two beautifully tentative notes for the violin in 1798, Ludwig van Beethoven embarked on what was to be one of the most monumental cycles of music in history, his 16 string quartets. Mozart had died in 1791, having composed at least 10 quartets of unparalleled beauty and ingenuity. Haydn, the father of the genre, was nearing completion of his nearly 80 string quartets with a burst of creativity that produced some of his most popular works. Beethoven was already a famous young composer and pianist, having written, among other works, piano concertos, piano sonatas, piano trios, and violin sonatas. But the idea of composing string quartets in the midst of such significant competition gave him pause. However, Beethoven continued with his first string quartets to break new ground, to challenge convention, to move the art of music forward, as he was already expected to do. By the year 1805, Beethoven had changed profoundly, entering into his great middle or heroic period, composing works of unprecedented length and strength, such as the Fifth Symphony. His three quartets begun that year, dedicated to Count Razumovsky, are longer, grander, and more difficult than any composed before by anyone. After two more experimental quartets of 1809 and 1812, Beethoven set aside the quartet genre, only to begin again in the last 2 years of his life. But the 5 quartets he composed in his late period stand among the greatest musical creations of all time, of any genre. They are transcendental works that defy earthly description. They look the farthest backwards and forwards of any music ever composed. One moment, they are referencing church music from the medieval age, and in at least one other defining instance combine the Baroque art of the fugue with jarring dissonance that continues to shock even 21st century ears. Only a few months after composing his final quartet, in October of 1826, he was dead at the age of 57. Hearing all these quartets within a few weeks offers the chance to live through one of the most astounding artistic evolutions of all time. Tracing the genius of Beethoven through these quartets is a transforming experience that no one forgets. In the hands of 6 stellar string quartets, these works will come to life again for an unforgettable musical experience at CMS. We could not be more excited to present this series and to invite you to join us for some of the most incomparable musical experiences to be found anywhere.